Hello, friends, and welcome back to another video on the AI series forwarded by We the Demigods Motivational. In the videos so far, we have been trying to understand the theory around AI. I was thinking if we can supplement this theory with practical experience. In this video, we will form the basis on practical experience that will come up in the future videos. Let us understand what is Minimax algorithm first before we start coding. We will take an example of the game that I created just to help with the understanding of the algorithm in itself. What is Minimax algorithm? Minimax algorithm is a popular algorithm used to create two-player games. One of the player is the computer, which is essentially the artificial intelligence. This algorithm is only used in games where there is always a winner. Have you ever played a game where you have played against the computer and it is almost impossible to win? Like chess? This is what Minimax algorithm helps to achieve. Imagine AI playing this game using the Minimax algorithm. How? That is what we are trying to understand and achieve in this video. We are trying to simulate a human player who is at an expert level. Minimax algorithm allows AI to look into the future, to look into the final result of every possible move at every turn. Then it will tally the results of all the moves and decide which one of these moves will produce the most optimal result for the AI program. This is how we can make an unbeatable AI in a two-player adversarial game with Minimax algorithm. It looks well into the future until the end of the game and always makes the right choice. This is why the only possible ending state of the game are either the AI winning or a draw. You will never find that you will win the game. We will be looking into how to create an unbeatable AI tic tac toe game in the future further videos. Here are certain things we need to know before we move forward. 1. The Minimax algorithm is used by AI player or the computer to determine which move it should make next. 2. This algorithm is not used by human player at all at any point of the game. Therefore, the result of using Minimax algorithm are always going to favor AI and no one else. So it will move the final stage of the game to a stage where either the AI will win or it will be a draw. AI, while running the Minimax algorithm, is called the maximizing player. That is because it wants the maximum possible result for itself. Human player, on the other hand, is called the minimizing player, as it wants the AI to lose, so it would want the minimum possible result. Finally, the state of a game at any point is depicted in the terms of a tree. The root of the tree is the current state of the game. Nodes A, B, C, D, and so on are called the nodes. There is a parent node and then there is a child node as depicted in this image. The last ones are called leaf nodes or terminal nodes. They do not have any other node after that. The lines that you see in this tree are the branches. At root there are two possible moves, left and right child node. As you can see in the above tree, there are 8 possible final states from H to O. Let's look at a simple game that will help us understand the Minimax algorithm as well as the tree. This is not a proper game by any means, but let's use it to understand how the Minimax algorithm works. We will try a real world game like tic tac toe in the further videos, but they will have too many options and I wanted to select a simple example to help us understand the algorithm first. And hence, I selected this game as it was very simple first to understand with just two options. This is the tree that I have created for maximum number game. There are 8 final states and each of this state has a number associated with it. These are 8 different end states with different numbers on them. Objective of this entire diagram is devise a simple game that can make AI select the maximum number at the end. I will help you understand how choosing the next step works for this algorithm. So AI has to make its move in such a way that it leads to the maximum possible value in the final state. On the other hand, the human player will select the minimum possible value. The top of the game is the root, and that is the current state, and AI is starting here. So we can see AI is the maximizing player. When AI start, it has to choose from the two nodes, the yellow colored ones. It doesn't know which one to choose as it doesn't know the value attached to these nodes. AI player has to choose the maximum possible value, and the yellow child node have to have some value from which AI can choose one from. So we will have to fill the values in these nodes. Now to fill the yellow nodes with values, we will have to fill 4 child red nodes. The 4 yellow nodes can hold some value. Hence, we have to go from the bottom to the top. When we start from the bottom and fill the value of the first red child node, it is 5. As this is AI maximizing function and from 1 and 5, 5 is the maximum number. Similarly, the AI is choosing the maximum number out of the possible outcomes given and filling it in the red node child. Once we know all the values for red child nodes, we move on to the next step played by minimizing function. What will the human select the value of the yellow node as? As this is the minimum function, it will select 3 from 5 and 3, as 3 is the minimum value. The value for the next yellow child node is -4, which is the minimum of the two possible value of 10 and -4. Finally, we need to determine the value of the root node. As root node is the AI maximizing function, it selects value of 3 as this is the highest of 3 and -4. So now we have the optimal result. So we know that the optimal result is going to be after both the maximizing as well as the minimizing players have played. 3 is the best possible value that AI player can hope to achieve. As you can see, the best value in this game is 10. Still, AI is not getting that as the minimizing player is not going to let 10 be selected against -4. 3 is the best possible value we can get when minimizing player is also playing. This is how adversarial game works. When the game starts, AI player knows that in its current term it will choose the left node. It knows ahead of the game that it has possibility of 3 as most optimal value, and it will choose the left node when the game starts. It will make a move that will go to the left node. It has looked into the steps ahead and knows that it is the best choice. Now, when it is the human player's turn, it will select 3 as it is the minimum value and hence select the right. And finally, for the last particular move, AI player will select the right node as that holds the maximum value. Value 3 is selected by the AI node. So the AI game analyzes the entire tree in advance and moves its chances when its turn comes accordingly. So essentially, AI player will play at the same level as a very intelligent human being. Both human and AI look multiple nodes ahead and analyze the result and select their next possible move. As you can see here, just how to moves for this game. Just imagine you are playing a game that is of 20 moves or 60 moves or even more. When you have many moves to make in the game, you can easily see that AI player will have an advantage over the human player. AI will have the higher chance of winning as the human. When the game involves many moves, it gets difficult and almost impossible for the human to see the end stage and choose the optimum result well ahead in the game. In complex games, human players start making mistakes, and you will see that every time AI wins the game. With this, we come to the end of this video, but not of this series. Please do continue to watch this series. I hope you like this video. Do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.